Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome to the Atypicals podcast. We are now on episode 3.
That's right, episode 3.
Yeah.
Starting now.
How you been, Kyle? What you been getting up to lately?
Not much. Life's just been pretty much the same, but coaching's been going good. Life's been going good. Everything's been going good for me. How about you?
That's good. Yeah, pretty good. As you can tell, we are in our new room.
Right, we switched rooms.
Yeah, this is a more semi-permanent solution, and then we got our new nice little toy here. We got a new Focusrite audio interface, and I got a new microphone.
Right, we love playing with this toy. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's a lot better than the last one we had, so definitely recommend it. It was a pretty penny, but I definitely recommend it.
Right, so we got 2 boom arms now.
Yep,
Yeah.
and then so with the new microphone, we have 3 now, so we'll get some guests pretty soon.
All right, yeah, so hopefully soon we'll have our first guest on, or our first 2 guests. We don't know which one we're going to do yet.
Yeah, we're still getting it situated.
But so Emiliano, what are we talking about today?
Today we've got some nice topics. We've got our music tastes, some nice little Tinder conversations, not with each other,
Okay.
and just a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
So that's how we found me and Emiliano actually found each other, was on Tinder.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
Yeah, Kyle was was catfishing as a girl, and I was like, man, this guy looks like a pretty cool guy to hang out with.
Yeah, and ever since then.
Yeah.
If this is the first podcast you watch, this is not true.
No, but what I wanted to tell you about, so on Tinder, as we're both single now, I recently put that I was a podcaster, and
really,
since then I got 3 more matches.
Because you were a podcaster.
I put that I was a podcaster.
Wait, so what was it? So do you have Tinder currently as of right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Hit me up, ladies.
Yeah, so do I. But so you put that you were a podcaster?
Yeah, under occupation.
Okay, what did you have prior to that?
I think I just had like photographer.
Photographer, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put my construction job there. Girls don't like that.
Girls aren't into construction.
Yeah.
Is that not a thing?
But no, I put podcaster, and I got a lot more attention to my profile, and I was like, man, I gotta tell Kyle about this.
So you got three whole new matches.
3 whole new matches, yeah. That the current been talking to and stuff.
Oh, so you've been having conversations and stuff with these. Are they good conversations?
Yeah. One of the girls, she likes anime and video games and stuff, and
really?
Yeah. It's been pretty nice, fun, good little conversations.
As of currently, I don't have podcaster in my bio or anything, but maybe I should as an experiment to see what happens. Maybe I'll get more matches too. Like you.
I think it's because of that. I had put some different things, or different occupations before, and changed up my bio, but I mean my pictures were the same. I didn't change any pictures or add any new ones, and then I just changed the occupation. I wonder if the algorithm
changes when you changes. Yeah, so here's the thing. I hate dating apps and I hate Tinder and Bumble and Hinge, and I hate them all, unfortunately. But yeah, because there's always some there's so much. I feel like a lot of them are becoming scams, bro. Do you feel that?
Yeah, girls trying to get your OnlyFans and stuff.
Yeah, or their OnlyFans, or just something weird always happens on dating apps.
Yeah, plus it's more of a hookup app.
I've only had it for about a week now, and so far my experiences haven't been very pleasant in this 1 week that I've had it, and I can get into it.
And what's funny is with this one, we'll get into it. I have a little segment for that.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, this last week has probably been one of my best ones on there.
Really?
Because of the whole podcaster thing.
No, you've had it a lot longer than I have.
Yeah, I've had it since I got out of my my relationship ended back in November of last year. So I went into 2020 being like, all right, we're single. Let's get it done. 2020 is my year. I'm going to go out, have fun, meet some new people.
Yeah, bro. But
the universe was just like, nope, sorry.
Right, because how else do you meet people in 2020? There's no other way to meet someone.
Yeah, unless you actually go out and stuff, which some people do, which I myself, I don't want to get political on the podcast, but I would say if anyone's going to do anything going outside, just be as safe as you can. Wear a mask, hand sanitizer, all that jazz.
Of course.
Because I would never tell anyone, hey, don't do this that you're wanting to do. It's just like, oh, just be careful doing it, like anything, you know.
Of course, yeah. You gotta be careful right now with what you do.
But no, going back into the Tinder thing. So, what has been your worst experience on Tinder so far?
Worst experience. Well, I haven't had it very long to judge what it's like over time because I had some high expectations for what it was going to be like. I thought, because yeah, I'm very new. I'm like I said, I only had Tinder for a week, but I expected to have millions, not millions, that's a big number, but like a good like 10 to 20 girls match with me right off the bat. And I don't know, that probably happens for some people, but it doesn't happen for everybody because I had a total, or I got my first match the day I made the Tinder, and I swiped a lot. I think I swiped the first day I had dinner because it gets addicting, you know?
Yeah, because it gets almost like a game.
It becomes like a game, yeah. And I swiped through over 100 girls probably, you know? And my standards aren't super low. I didn't just swipe right on everybody. But I don't know, I was having fun with it. And I was really taking the time to read their bios and stuff because I went into it thinking like, oh my gosh, I could actually talk to one of these girls.
Right.
Or something like that. And so I got my first match. And honestly, wait, who was my first match? Okay, so I haven't had that bad of experience. But what I've experienced so far is mostly just girls who match with me and then either unmatch me before I get to say anything or or match with me, and then I said, because the first girl I ever matched with, I said hey, you know, because I thought that was just standard. Bad opening line, I know.
It's very typical. A girl will see that, or even if I see that on the girls, I'm just like, oh, this.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to learn, you know, like the ways, because I've never used dating apps. I used to say I will never use a dating app in my life.
Yeah,
that was my thing.
You used to make fun of me.
I used to make fun of you.
Yeah, you're like, oh, you're on Tinder.
But here I am, doing it as well.
You're over in the dark side.
I've joined the dark side, yeah. And so because it's kind of fun, honestly, at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, you get the chance to like meet people virtually, and if you want to take the risk in person and stuff like that. And if everything is normal, sometimes you get good experiences and sometimes you get bad ones, you know.
Yeah, and really, I've been doing it just to meet new people, like, you know, just in general.
Right.
Just meeting someone like different that I've like probably wouldn't have ever had the opportunity to meet like in person, you know, because it's just
because it's
cross
just
paths.
Yeah.
And it's really cool actually because they're so far, like I said, I've either matched with someone and they unmatched me immediately, or they've matched me and I say something and they unmatch me after I speak my first word. So that's funny. But then there's light at the end of the dark tunnel because I've had, and I'm still talking to this girl actually to this day for about a week now. I've had what I call one decent conversation with someone.
Is it ongoing?
It's ongoing. Yeah, we're still talking. Like today, I just hit her up too. And
is she hot?
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right, nice.
Yeah, so that's been cool, and she's, yeah, just the first decent conversation I've had.
That's
so
cool. Yeah,
nice.
Whenever you find someone like nice through these apps, it's always a nice, cool thing, you know.
It's cool, yeah.
Yeah,
because a lot of the girls don't even give me like the chance to.
Right, and then there's some guys like that too. Like we're not trying to trash girls here or anything.
No, yeah, girls.
It's just what we've experienced personally.
Yeah, because if you're like a guy searching out girls, you're gonna be like,
yeah, no, girls. These apps are more geared towards girls. Like, have you seen like a girl will swipe right a bunch of times and everyone will be a match?
Yes, dude. Okay, actually, and I have another thing. So back when I was away at college, this girl was really desperate to have a boyfriend, I think.
Sounds like your kind of girl, Kyle.
I mean, maybe, you know, but she was just a friend of mine, so.
You friend zoned her.
I mean, I had a girlfriend at the time, so we got to remember that.
Hey, well, you don't. No, I'm just kidding. But so she liked you, but you were already in a relationship?
No, she didn't like me. We were just friends.
Oh, okay.
But we would hang out we had a group of friends. It was me, her, and then like another girl, and then like 3 other guys would hang out.
Right.
And so one night or a couple nights, we would watch movies as a group and stuff. And then she'd be on Tinder. And I'd be like, you're on Tinder? Like, that's so lame, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Wow, you were trashing her on it?
Yeah, but then actually when I found out that Tinder was fun was when she's like, she asked me, she's like, hey, can you swipe my Tinder for me for a little bit and try to get me matches? I'm like, oh, for sure, I'll do that. And so I did. I swiped, and I was having so much fun. Like, and keep in mind, I was swiping through guys, so I was like trying to find the hot guys for her. You know, because I'm a good friend. That's what I.
Oh yeah, because you're a good friend, you know.
Yeah, just because I'm a good friend, you know. Whatever, you know? So I was swiping through guys trying to find good matches for her. And dude, I'm not gonna say like I saw the hottest guy, bro. I'm straight. Just
yeah, Kyle. You're in denial is what you want. No, I'm just kidding. No. But no, going on the Tinder thing.
Oh, wait, can I have one more thing?
Go ahead.
Yeah, the main thing is that as I was swiping through those guys, I would probably match with a guy every like 5 to 7 minutes probably. And then when I go on Tinder for myself now, many months later,
it's like 5 to 10 weeks.
Yeah, it's like one match every couple of days. And I'm just like, wow. So that's going off of the difference between girls Tinder versus guys Tinder.
Girls tend to have a bit more luck on these apps than guys do.
And that's unfortunate. It's really sad.
Yeah, but, you know, can avoid the crazies out there.
That's true, bro. Like, if they don't match me, then I don't know. Then that's okay because they're missing out, man. They're missing out. And
they're missing out on.
They could just not be my type. So don't match with me, you know, if you're not like kind of similar to me.
For sure. But no, so Kyle, I know that you do not have a ton of dating experience, but you still have some.
I got a little.
And I was thinking earlier of segments to do here on the podcast, and I thought of one. What has been the worst date you have ever been on?
The worst date. Okay, so yeah, you're asking me a bunch of things that are a little out of my territory.
No names, no places, nothing like that. Just
the worst date. Okay, so here's the thing. I've had one girlfriend.
Yes.
And I've only gone on dates with that one girlfriend. So this is going to be very interesting. But I've gone on, I think out of the 2.5 years we spent together dating, we went on a total of 6 dates. I think 6 main dates. You know, we hung out often,
right?
But 6 like dates, I'd say, which maybe is not that much. But and I was in a distance relationship. That probably
because I was my instinct was like 6 dates, what? But then I was like, oh no, from what you told me, it was a long distance.
And I forgot about that too. Honestly, I was like, oh yeah, we were like miles apart.
Yeah, for sure. But out of all those, what was?
Okay, so I know. We were trying to go ice skating. And we were all getting like all hyped for it, you know, like dress in nice clothes, go ice skating.
Now it's like, it's just planning a fun night.
Have dinner and planning a fun night. And so, and it was in the winter, so we thought it was like
perfect time.
Good winter activity, right? Yeah. And so we were gonna go to I forgot what the ice skating rink is called, but
I know the one you're talking about here in town.
The only one here in town. Yeah. And so we were going there. And I don't remember if we had dinner before or after, but the problem was we got all the way to it's really far from where we live. And we got to the ice skating place and it was closed.
Oof.
Like for the whole day. Like it was not opening up ever. And it was like 6 p.m. at night. And so she was quite upset about that, and I was just like,
but was she taking it out on you?
No, she wasn't taking it out on me. She was just disappointed in the whole situation in general, because we had been planning this for a very long time, you know, and things weren't really, I would say things were really going right anyway, because like I think that's when we all had to come back like home because of like everything shutting down and everything too. I think unless it was right before. It might have been right before.
Well, I mean, this all really started for us here in the U.S. around March. So
right. It might have been that winter, I want to say.
Okay.
But yeah, so nothing really happened yet. But I don't know. Things were getting stressful for both of us. And so it was closed. And so...
that was like something you did not need. Like you didn't need something to go bad.
Yeah. I was like, I just didn't need something to go bad like at that moment. But it did. And so I'm like, okay, it's okay. We can do something else. And so we sat in the car for a little bit and we're like, what are we going to do now?
Did you start making out?
No, we didn't. But what we did do was I was literally out of ideas at the time because
this was your only thing that you had planned.
this is the only thing we had planned. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we ate already. And so I'm like, okay, what do we do now? So literally, I was like, you know what? Let's go to Target. Because we had nothing else that we could have possibly done at the time. And so, unless I just go back to my house or something. But I didn't want to do that. That was lame. And we both like Target. So I was like, Target, that's the perfect idea. And so we go to Target. But she was like, she was not feeling it, man. And so,
well, of course, no girl wants to go to Target.
Hey, I want to go to Target.
Should take her to the park or something.
Yeah, but the thing is, we did that so many times already, like prior.
Or like gone on up on across the Padre in the parking structure and like looked out at the city or something.
That would have been fun. But like we didn't think about that. But I don't know. And we weren't coming up with ideas. She's not the type of girl that expects me to come up with everything, like all the time. Mm-hmm. But at that time, I felt like I was supposed to. And so I was trying to think. And, usually she's really chill about this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But then we go to Target. And then the funny thing is she starts complaining really hard about being like, in a comical way, though. Like, she's just really upset.
Like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah, in a way. But it made me laugh because I know, like, she's not a very, like, serious, like, harsh person when it comes to this kind of stuff.
For sure.
And then she was begging me, like, she finally came up with an idea, and I don't know where the heck this came from, but she came up with the idea to go to Color Me Mine at 8 p.m. at night.
Hey, that's not bad.
That's not bad. And I was like, I'm not going to go to, it was me. I'm like, I'm not going to go to Color Me Mine at like 9 o'clock at night. Like, I don't know. It just seemed like such a weird time to go to like a kid's place.
Yeah, it's a little.
And we're like 20. So it was just, two 20-year-olds coming to Color Me Mine, which was closing in like 45 minutes, actually. I checked.
Did they let you in?
We didn't know. I told her we're not going to Color Me Mine.
Damn, bro. I've never known you to be like, oh, we're not doing this.
No, dude. She was begging me. She's like, please, can we go to Color Me Mine?
One time my ex-girlfriend, she dragged me there and she was like, oh, it'll be so much fun. And I'm like, dude, it's painting shit.
Dude, I used to love it. When I was a kid,
it's fun, but I'm like, I don't want to go. I don't want to do that. I just don't want to.
I mean, yeah, sometimes
sometimes
you just want to chill.
Most of the time, yeah, you want to go to the movies. You want to go take a walk. You want to go out for a drink.
And that's the thing. And here in Bakersfield, there's not like a whole lot of things, different options we have. We don't have like a big theme park or anything to go to. Like
Kyle, for any out of city listeners, Kyle literally just blew up the city we're in. Up until now, we had not mentioned it.
No, we mentioned it.
No, we've mentioned like Central Valley.
Oh, well, if we're part of
I don't care. Okay, but yeah, we are in Bakersfield, California.
If we're part of the Central Valley, where else are we going to be?
I don't know. Fresno.
It's Fresno and
Madera, Delano, Lamont.
Yeah, but literally
McFarland. Shafter.
They're such small cities, though, compared to Bakersfield. The two superpowers of the Central Valley
the two superpowers
are Fresno and Bakersfield. Those are the two biggest ones, I'd say.
I would say for the southern part of the Central Valley.
The San Joaquin. We're the biggest of the San Joaquin Valley.
Yeah.
Because up ahead is the Sacramento Valley.
Yeah, but then from there, that's not the Central Valley. That's Northern California. That's like where true. LA is, that would be Southern California.
Yeah, so they're both
Southern California, Central Valley,
Northern California, yeah. But they're still a valley. But they're just north.
Yeah, but yeah,
the Valley of Northern.
Like you talk to anyone, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm from NorCal."
Yeah, I know they're not going to say they're part of the Central Valley, but
for sure. But so that would be your worst date.
Yeah, I'd say because all of the other 5 were really good actually, right. And I could talk about good ones later too. Yeah. But you can.
I'll give you 2. I'll give you 2 bad ones.
All right.
One was my first official Valentine's Day.
Oh.
With my first serious girlfriend. Won't say her name. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I had failed to make dinner plans.
Oh, that's not good.
I'm sure all the listeners right now, every guy who's been yelled at by his girlfriend or his wife is just rubbing their brow right now, being like, "Bro, how could you not?" I did not. So that accumulated into us going from restaurant to restaurant, being told hour, 2 hour, all this stuff. And you know where I ended up having Valentine's Day dinner at?
Where?
Big Bear.
Big Bear. Wait a second. Big Bear. Is that okay? Is that the one near the Costco?
No, that's the one over near on California.
California?
By the Chevron.
Oh,
Or by the Shell.
The Big Bear, like, isn't that like a...
The Big Bear Diner.
It's a diner,
It's basically a fancy Denny's.
Yeah, dude. It looks really nice.
I was just sitting there and I was just like, dude, this fucking sucks.
I've never eaten there, but it looks kind of nice on the outside.
But you don't want to go there for Valentine's Day.
I mean, right. Where would a good, like, Valentine's Day, like...
Well, spots here in town, even places like just somewhere like even Outback. I would have loved to go to Outback for Valentine's Day. Outback or like Yard House, BJ's,
yeah, nice
PF
places.
Chang's.
Those are nice date places.
Or if you want to go even nicer, like Mama Tosca's, places like that.
Okay. And if you want to go
places,
even nicer,
places downtown. Yeah.
The Mark, that's
the Mark or places like that.
I know. So now we're exposing everywhere. But
yeah, you probably won't find us there anytime soon.
Yeah, you're not gonna find us around there. So.
Maybe later. But no, so that one was just bad. It was just because she was like complaining.
So that's all you had planned was dinner, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Dinner and like come back and like watch a movie or something, or like play video games and like.
For sure, sounds like a solid date to me.
All right, and then we move on to the next one.
The next date, is this a?
This is different girlfriend.
Okay.
This is different girlfriend. So this had started with. Wait, let me try to remember to make sure it's the right one. Okay, yeah. So worst one. So I had gone up to this girl's house. Yeah, I think I've told you about this day before, but I drove like an hour up a fucking mountain.
Oh.
Yeah, I drove an hour up a mountain to go to this girl's house. I go in. I don't have any signal. I have a pizza from Rusty's Pizza. Good ass pizza, by the way.
Wait, which Rusty's did you get?
I don't remember.
Was it on the way or was it?
It was
like
on
before?
the way. I really wanted to forget about this day.
So you're just like, what's the closest place I can get?
And then
food
I
from?
go, and then the girl answers the door and she's in like her PJs, and I'm already like, ugh. And then she's like, "All right, come in, but close your eyes."
Dang, she said,
"Close your eyes." She said, "Close your eyes," and she started like dragging me. And in my head, I'm like, oh, fuck. What the hell is going on? What is here that she doesn't want me to see? And,
dude.
And I was legit scared. There was no signal. This girl was telling me to close her eyes.
You was up in the mountain and it was snowy, you said, right?
Yeah, it was snowing. I was just like, oh, God, what did I just get myself into? And then I just had this feeling in my stomach where I was just like, fuck, I do not want to be here. I had that feeling in my stomach for like 2 hours the entire time I was there. But I go in, I just open my eyes a little bit, and turns out her mom was a hoarder.
Oh,
and that's what was in the living room. That's what she didn't want me to see.
Was just a bunch of stuff?
It was just a bunch of stuff, but her room was clean.
Okay.
So I guess she was just. I mean, it's a tough, sensitive subject for people, but I was just scared that like whatever. But she led me to her room. And we had hung out, and like she had a TV, but it wasn't working. There was no Wi-Fi, so we were just watching The Office off her phone, laying in bed.
Nice.
And the whole time I was like, oh, like I don't even want to try to fuck this girl. Like, I just want to leave.
Yeah.
This was not worth the drive. But it was just this feeling of just like, fuck, I need to get the hell out of here. Like I do not want to be here right now.
And why didn't you want to be there? What was the
Because of this. If you go to someone's house and they're like, oh, close your eyes, I'm going to drag you to my room. Oh, so
that killed the
that
moment.
Definitely killed the mood,
the whole vibe of it, yeah.
And like after the drive, and like I wasn't really expecting anything, but it's just like, and she was like in her PJs and she was all tired. She's like, oh, I did a night shift. And I'm like, dude, if you did a night shift, why did you want to go on this
and how long,
quote unquote date?
How long were you, was this your first date?
Quote unquote first date.
And you just met this girl?
No, this is one of my old coworkers.
Okay, she worked at Tejon, right?
Yeah, at Tejon, at that restaurant right there.
At one of them, yeah.
At Jack in the Box. Yeah, she's one of my coworkers at Jack in the Box.
Okay, I'm sorry if I'm exposing everything.
No, I don't care.
Right. Okay.
Like if she's listening, I don't care. What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, you know who you are.
But for sure.
I hope she's not listening.
Deep down, we really hope. Yeah.
But no, yeah, that one was bad. And then like I've told you about the story when I got my first kiss, right?
No, but let's hear about.
I got my first kiss in a Carl's Jr.
In a Carl's Jr.
In a Carl's Jr. and I was 16. I'd met this girl Haley through Meet Me, which is like a Tinder for like kids, basically.
There's
or like 17, 16-year-old.
like lower.
Yeah, like early high school student. Like,
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's not as popular, but yeah, and we went to Carl's Jr. and yeah, that's where it happened.
Carl's Jr. You're just in the middle.
The Carl's Jr. at the marketplace.
So you're just in the middle of Carl's Jr. just.
But no, we were like waiting for our food, like hanging out in the booth, and then I was just like, hey.
So what'd you do? So you just kind of were standing next to each other.
No, we were sitting in a booth.
Oh, in a booth.
Sitting next to each other.
Okay.
And I was really nervous, and then I just like talked to her.
And this is
I talked to her real close like this, and I was just like, hey. No, I was probably like, hey, can I give you a kiss?
Yeah, something like that.
Probably, yeah.
So I'm sure you're pretty nervous, right? You're a 16-year-old kid.
Well, yeah, but when I tell most people I was 16, they're like, what, you were that old? Because most people, they get like their first kiss when they're a lot younger.
Well, we can talk about me.
Yeah, when'd you get yours?
18.
I was gonna say a week ago.
Wait, no. Yes, just a week ago, about a week ago, you know.
Yeah.
But
you were 18?
I was 18 years old.
Was it with your first girlfriend?
First girlfriend, yeah,
Nice.
actually.
Where was it?
And
don't say on the lips.
Don't say on the lips.
No, because I said where was it, and I thought, oh, Kyle's gonna make a stupid joke, be like, oh, we kissed on the lips.
Oh no,
that's where it was.
Nah, for sure.
Nah, where were you at? Like her house or something?
So, I was what was it? It was our second date. This is the second date.
Oh, you didn't get the kiss on the first date?
Nah, bro. I was too scared the first date. I just wanted the first date to go well. And so I didn't.
Well, yeah, because it was your first girl. Was it your first ever date?
It's my first ever date, my first ever girlfriend, my first ever kiss.
Ooh.
It's my first ever everything. So, and yeah, this all just ended recently. But anyway, so we were on our second date, and what was it? We went to... Where did we go? We went to the park, and we had a picnic in the park.
Oh, that's cute.
That was a good date.
Yeah.
Not like the last
I'm not saying cute, like, I'm saying it a little ironically, but like, I've been on a picnic park date.
You're saying in a condescending, like, oh,
no,
no. That's cute.
No, it's a nice date for, it can be a nice time for both people, but like, girls love that shit.
Yeah, picnic dates, awesome. I like picnic dates a lot. Yeah. So we went to the park and had a picnic together. And then we were hanging out in a tree. And
it was your first kiss on the tree?
Oh yeah, so we climbed a tree.
Dude, that's like a low key, like, no. I don't want to sound gay, but that's like a low key, like, fairy tale moment.
It wasn't. Well, the plot twist is it wasn't in the tree.
Oh, okay, never mind. Fuck you.
Got
Got my hopes there for a second. I was like, oh, there is some wonder in this world.
Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but
you're always happy to, Kyle. I know you.
I know, yeah.
But no, go ahead. Sorry.
So yeah, we were in the tree hanging out, and the funny thing is, you would think it was in the tree, but I was waiting for the perfect moment. You know, I feel like on the first kiss, you're waiting for that perfect moment to arise, and I was just not feeling it in the tree. I was just not feeling that.
My first kiss with my first girlfriend was because of a Truth or Dare like app game we were playing.
Really?
Yeah. So it wasn't a moment. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know. I was waiting for like the perfect moment. I was really nervous, actually. Right. And so we left, like, we climbed out of the tree and we just hung out. We were laughing, having a good time, because she likes to climb trees too, and I like to climb trees. It's just a little fun thing. And so we moved on, and the sun was setting, and I'm like, okay, I need to. That was the second part of the date. Was we were going to watch the sunset. Wow. And
watch the sunset.
Watch the sunset.
Link,
with the air quotes. Yeah. And so we went to go watch the sunset, and I drive a pickup truck, Toyota Tacoma. And we were on the back of it because it has a tonneau cover on the back.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah, and so we laid on the back of it.
Were you at the Bluffs?
No, we were just out on the side of Allen Road.
Okay.
Out the back, and then there's this little parking lot that looks over like a bunch of brush and
that's
like
a nice
trees and stuff.
Area, yeah.
Yeah, and then the sun sets like over the trees. Mm-hmm. So we were looking just out in the distance out there. Mm-hmm. We're hanging out. And I took so long. Like, I was going to kiss her during the sunset, but I was so nervous.
Did you pull a Mordecai?
I pulled a Mordecai from Regular Show. And just, you know, I was like, something like that. But I was like, oh, yes, kiss during the sunset. That would be so perfect.
Be so romantic,
it's gonna be so romantic. I was so ready, but then the sun went down, and I still didn't do it.
Oh, Kyle!
But there was a saving factor because
fireworks.
Oh my gosh! How'd you know? How did you know that?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not. Okay, so listen to this. So,
oh my God, you're making this up.
No, bro. It was
was it 4th of July?
No, it was August.
Were you in the ghetto?
No, no, I wasn't. I was on the nice side of town. Surprisingly.
Okay. So the sun sets. You're on the side of Allen Road.
Yeah. So what was it? Yeah, sunset's Allen Road. Looking out on the brush, and then the sun was down, and it was completely dark, and then we were listening to music, and so I was like, well, I missed my chance. I guess I'm not gonna kiss her. And then fireworks start popping up out of no, it was after 4th of July.
It was.
Yeah,
you said it was August, so
yeah, it was July 30th actually. So close enough.
It was the remnants.
It was the remnants, yeah. And so fireworks start popping up out of this because there's 1 or 2 houses out there, way out there in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And so fireworks just start going off, the big ones up in the sky. So we got our own fireworks show, and I'm like, yep, this is it. This is the perfect moment. I get my perfect moment back.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and she was kind of
that's a nice little redo.
Yeah. And so we were both kind of just talking, laying down, beside each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's looking over at me.
Right.
And I could kind of tell. And so then that's when it happened right there. Was when the fireworks were going off.
Yeah, that's a lot better than mine.
I mean, yeah.
All my first kisses have always been just whatever. It's in a Carlos Jr. fucking in the bedroom next door where we used to do the podcast.
Yeah, I think
with my girlfriend after her. I think it was at a bar.
Yeah, I think being older definitely made my confidence better and made me able to think of something more
plus the
romantic.
Plus I'm sure now kissing a girl doesn't seem as
not like the first time. It'll probably never be that scary again,
yeah,
hopefully.
plus we're not I'm saying there's no more pressure.
Oh yeah, it's not like we're kids and we're like, oh, I gotta get my first kiss. No, it's just it's cool now.
Yeah, it's just a whatever thing. What I think is weird is and everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I've run into people who say that they think kissing is much more intimate than having sex.
Really?
Yeah. And in my head, I'm like, what? I've kissed my good number of girls, but Where did you hear this from? A place? I heard this from a friend.
From a friend. Okay.
Multiple friends, at least 2. And I'm just both girls, and I'm just man, maybe that's just how girls think, but in my mind, I'm like, dude,
yeah, I don't know how it could get any more intimate than that.
Yeah,
but maybe.
But then different people measure intimacy in different ways.
Yeah, for sure. No, I can definitely see it, how that would be, but that's crazy to think about. Actually, it's a nice food for thought, Miliana.
Yeah, you're gonna take that into account.
I'll take that into account. I'll remember that. I'm not writing that down or anything, but.
Oh, don't worry. I'll send you the PDF.
Yeah, sure. Send me the full document.
I will send you the full document and the forward. As long as you credit me.
Right. For sure.
But no, with as many of you saw on our Instagram, our little boy Kyle here was taking a pluck at the old acoustic. With some backup vocals from me.
Your acoustic guitar.
Sorry if that accent is offensive.
It's okay.
No, I'm not.
Well, so I play the guitar. Many of you guys who follow the Instagram will see that. We were recording something special.
Yeah, we were recording a jingle for a later segment. I'm going to try to get the jingle in it. But yeah, we're going to... Because we wanted to give the show more concrete feeling, because we were still finding our voice. We did an introductory episode, or we did a movie review episode, and then what we're going to try to do is further on do more movie reviews, and then do more segments of things. If a new movie comes out on anything, we'll probably review it,
get more people,
or a new song,
stuff
things like that. We're going to try to have more segments and be a lot more grounded instead of just And then we're still gonna have segments where we talk about
we'll have these like freestyle segments.
Yeah, we'll have the freestyle segments, of course. But then we're gonna also have more grounded ones. That way, we can keep the flow going. If we need to take breaks before the segment, that'd be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Anything like that. But now moving on to our next. Oh yeah. Oh, the music. Yeah. So we were recording a jingle, and that went pretty good. You had never recorded a jingle before.
Oh, right.
Your jingle, theme song, whatever you want to call it.
So yeah, I write some songs because songs and stuff just come out of like my head randomly.
Do you post on your Instagram?
I don't post any of them on my Instagram. No, they're not like, I'm not trying to get famous or anything from them. They're just like a side
activity.
If you
would you post it on yours? I'm saying is if you do, you can mention your Instagram on the podcast.
Well, everyone should know my Instagram because we tagged each other and stuff.
But not everyone has it. So plug your Instagram.
Oh, my Instagram is at Kyle's for Reason. That's with a 4, a number 4, and then it's Kyle's for Reason. That's my Instagram. For sure.
Yeah. No, that way in the future, because people can listen to us anytime. If you go on to write stuff and post it, I'm sure they'd love to check it out.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And it's just hopefully I can get somewhere nice to record it. We could even record it here.
Yeah, no, the jingle you guys will hopefully be hearing later this episode, record it here with our audio equipment.
Yeah, and it took a long time to set up.
Because, yeah.
But we got it on the first try, didn't we?
Yes, we did. I think it was the fourth one.
It was the fourth try. But yeah, we thought we got it on the first try.
We thought we did, but yeah, we weren't recording. But no, so you play the acoustic guitar. I play the electric guitar.
Yes.
Ukulele.
Yes.
And is that it?
I also play the classical guitar and the piano.
What's a classical guitar?
So a classical guitar is basically an acoustic guitar, but it has nylon strings. So they're softer, easier to hold. It's a great guitar for beginners because they're not as rough strings, so your fingers don't hurt as much. And it has just a richer... I don't know, that's hard because... They both have very unique sounds, so right. I don't know which one's richer and which one's less rich, but they're both really nice guitars, acoustic and classical.
So acoustic, classic, electric, ukulele, and
piano.
Just
a little bit of piano. I've been learning piano recently.
So me, at one point I did try to learn piano. My ex-girlfriend's mom tried to help me out with it, but I was just too lazy. I know you've heard me on the guitar. I think I could do like backup rhythms. Like G and C.
Oh yeah, of course. You could be a rhythm guitarist is pretty like good beginner stuff.
No, I know myself. I could probably do I could like pick up a tune and do it. I know a couple chords, and then ukulele. Yeah.
So for me, I started guitar when I was 14, and my high school offered it actually as a class. So I took.
Was it guitar club or was it?
It was an actual class.
Oh, it was a class.
It was in a whole elective class, and so I took 3 years of that plus lessons on the side. So I've had my fair share of guitar.
Did it substitute for anything?
No, it was literally just you need an elective. It was just like whatever another elective would be, like band is an elective. It's something, just another thing like that.
Right.
So, but they didn't have any other instruments. They just had guitar, which was cool. And so, and small school, can do cool little stuff like that. But and I started off really loving it's called fingerstyle. It's
is it finger picking?
It's kind of like finger picking, but like a lot of good finger stylists, if any of you guys know what like a fingerstyle like cover is, it's where there's a lot of finger picking, and a lot of the good ones take popular songs and you use all your fingers in very complicated like chord patterns and different parts of your right hand plucking to make complex musical sounds, to make it basically sound like the whole entire song with the lyric. You can hear the lyrics, you can hear the bass, you get some like tapping in with your wrist, stuff like that. So it's basically the whole song without your voice. You can hear every part of it, and it's complicated but really really cool when you master it.
Right, because you can play more songs without having to know those chords.
Yeah, so you can like rhythm and background is just chords, but no one's gonna know what you're playing unless you sing, right? Well, this you don't have to sing. Someone can recognize with a fingerstyle cover. Someone can recognize the song just by listening to it and be like, "Oh, I can hear every lyric of the song."
Nice.
So maybe I could play one time for one of the later podcasts if anyone would be interested.
Yeah, we could upload and then
how about we play like a game? We play like Guess That Song or something
like that. Well, then we get like problems with like copyright and license and stuff like that.
Even if I play like a part of it?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Are we that
Unless
big?
we buy it. No. But I mean, they always go through looking for stuff.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I
But
didn't
something like that,
we can do something. I'm
something
sure we'll figure
something
something out.
something like that. But that's a good segue into our next topic, which is our music tastes.
Music tastes. Okay. Would you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. So me, I hate being like I like everything. But like me, I started off liking, because I grew up in a Mexican household, so like
Right.
like cumbia, southern and northern Mexican style of older Mexican music, things like that. And then once I got older, rock, Red Hot Chili Peppers,
Right.
Queen, I love Queen, Aerosmith, things like that. And then
Right.
I got into rap, or in like hip hop, when I was a little bit older. So like Kendrick Lamar, Eminem. Recently,
Okay.
I've been on a big Kid Cudi.
Right.
Like, he's really good.
Oh, of
And
course.
then country, I got into a couple years ago with like Midland, Hank Williams, stuff like that. And because I don't like a lot of like Keith Urban or anything like that.
Right. What would you say is your favorite like genre right now? Like
Right now,
currently, yeah.
currently, I'd probably say honestly lo-fi. I love lo-fi.
Lo-fi's great. I love lo-fi.
Lo-fi, low fidelity hip hop. It's awesome. Like
It's really relaxing.
when I like no one call me gay, but like when I want to relax and like take a bath, I listen to lo-fi. Or like when I'm taking a walk, when I'm studying,
Yeah.
when I just need to distress.
No, it's
Driving, I love listening to when I'm driving.
Studying for me, and like I use a lot of lo-fi. Just
Mhm.
I play it on my TV and just have it going in the background.
And then a lot of good people do really good lo-fi covers of really popular songs.
A lo-fi version of a popular
Mm-hmm.
song? Really? I've never seen something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a group on Instagram, or not Instagram, on iTunes. If you just like look up lo-fi, let me do it right here. Yeah, Lo-Fi Fruits Music. They do great covers
Oh, really?
and original works.
No way.
Yeah, they're on iTunes and Spotify.
Dang, I'll have to check
Not
that out.
not sponsored. I think they're just I don't know if it's a group or a guy, but Lo-Fi Fruits does make really great lo-fi. But I would say my favorite right now is lo-fi.
Yeah, I'm shocked because you didn't mention that. Like when you're naming off.
There's just so much.
There's so much. Yeah.
Things I don't like, and I don't care if any of you consider this controversial, which is like mid 2000s country.
Okay.
Screamo, I do not understand it.
Yeah,
I can't
I
fucking
get you.
understand. I feel like an old man. It's not music. It's like, oh, I don't fucking understand what you're saying. Mainly those two.
Yeah.
Like a lot of older stuff, I'm really open to listening to any type of music.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what would you say is your favorite types?
Okay, so my favorite types. Well, unfortunately, you said that you aren't the type of person to say, "Oh, I like everything," but
Yeah.
I am because it's true. Well, almost
because you're so meek.
No. So let me start with what I don't like.
Yeah.
So I am not a big fan of like I don't hate country, but I'm not a biggest fan. I'm not a big country
Like
fan.
if I played on the radio, like you're not gonna tell me to like.
No.
Like I've played good country songs for you.
No, and the thing is, I won't tell people if their music sucks. Like I'm just not that type of guy. you
Right.
know?
Yeah, me neither. I've never been one to be like, oh, what you're listening to sucks.
Yeah,
You know?
my music's better. Like I have the better music, so
Yeah.
I have to play all the music. I'm not that type of person.
Yeah.
And so, country's not a big top one. Screamo, like you said, it's not a big
Mhm.
top one for me. And honestly, I think that's about it because I'm open to.
So like
literally
everything
anything
I
else.
mentioned, would you say that's more or less your kind
Yeah.
of taste too?
Yeah, I'd say, and we actually have quite similar tastes, but I'd say I started with when I was younger, because I didn't start really listening to music
Mm-hmm.
really late in my life. Actually, I didn't start listening to music till I was a junior in high school. Isn't that
Yeah,
crazy?
music's always been around an aspect of my life.
Really,
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't understand it because I never had like a phone or anything for like a long time. And when I did have a phone, I'd usually watch YouTube videos or something. Or I was always a visual person over.
No, here like we
music
always had
person.
the cassettes and the CD players and things
Oh,
like
right.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and my family. That's probably what influenced me too. Is my family doesn't listen to a lot of music, just on the regular, other than in a car.
They just listen to the Andrews Sisters.
I don't even know who that is. The Andrews Sisters.
It's a group of sisters who did like old timey songs from the
Yeah.
From the 40s and the 50s.
Yeah, and you can tell that living with my grandparents probably had an influence on that, because not really, music was just never playing like amongst us. But I learned, which is funny because they're really into their 60s music, right? And a lot of people shockingly today are into older generation music. Have you
I love older
that?
generation music.
I do too. I have nothing against it.
Robert Johnson, the guitar player who allegedly sold his soul to the devil.
What?
Yeah. Have you heard that guy? He has Me and the Devil blues. No. Me and the devil. We're walking side by side. You never heard that song?
No.
He's a great guitar player. I'd bet you'd love to listen to him.
I probably would.
But and he died when he was 27, so he's in the 27 club.
Oh wow!
But yeah, his old timey stuff, even remastered, you can still hear the hum of like the old amplifier, and it sounds like you play it, and I've played it for people, and they're like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Dude, this is fucking Robert Johnson." Like, I like that stuff. Older Beatles, obviously everyone loves the Beatles. I don't care if you trash me, but
I love the Beatles too. Yeah, Beatles are awesome. Yeah, but
Creedence,
for sure, for sure. But and then other than that. Time period when I started getting into music a little bit when I was 13, I'd say, but like not really listening to it all the time on my own. But I started with rap, actually. Rap and hip hop was like my first introduction, because my mom like is a big rap like person, and
really?
She showed
I didn't know that.
That's funny. Yeah. My mom's pretty young. She's in her like,
your mom's probably like, well, she probably like what, like Ice-T.
Yeah, she was born in the 80s. Like 1980.
Yeah, so I'm sure. Yeah, like Ice-T, like Dr. Dre. I'm sure she loves that. Yeah.
No, dude. Yeah, she loves like the Dr.
NWA.
Dre. NWA. I got exposed to NWA pretty early, like 13, I'd say.
Snoop Dogg,
Ice Cube,
50 Cent,
Tupac,
Biggie,
Coolio. Yeah,
Coolio. All Biggie's probably my favorite from that era. I love Biggie or Notorious B.I.G. His music is awesome. It's like a story.
Yeah, dude. I love like a lot of his music too. Like that story aspect of his songs.
It was great.
Really nice.
And like Tupac's good, but in terms of like Biggie versus Tupac, I always go Biggie.
I mean, I never saw them as like, were they like a competition?
At the time, it was a big like East Coast versus West Coast.
Really?
Yeah. Which culminated in both of them unfortunately being shot and killed.
Oh wow, yeah, that's
at very young ages.
Yeah, and that's sad. That's really sad.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, but no, that was like my younger exposure to rap and stuff. And then I'm, a lot of people say that rap today is trash, but there are great rap and hip hop artists of today. I think
you just have to look for it in the genre. Like Kid Cudi just did a song with Eminem.
Kid Cudi's good.
But it's just the mumble rappers. I don't like the mumble rappers.
I liked Juice WRLD.
Was he considered a mumble rapper?
I don't think so. You could actually, I could understand him.
Yeah. But like mumble rappers at the early, he was like, oh, this is sick. Like listening to it, like driving home from school with like friends and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
But then soon, like Lil Pump, like, dude, honestly,
like,
everyone that's listening can trash me. I used to listen to Lil Pump. But no, it's just a lot of the, like, me honestly, and I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I do not like Eminem's newer stuff.
You don't, huh? Mm-mm. Okay, well, I liked his latest album, the 2021 from earlier this year. I forgot what it was called.
It was good. It just wasn't for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Yeah.
And I'm sure that's an unpopular opinion because you mentioned Eminem to anyone who knows him, and they're like, "Oh."
Eminem's, I think, a super great guy, actually.
No, yeah, he's a great guy and great music. We don't know him, but
well, like we don't know
as a musician, yeah, or an artist, whatever you want to call him. He is really great.
Yeah, there's a movie about him.
8 Mile. Have you seen it?
No, but I'm going to. Which maybe we could talk about that.
Yeah, maybe we could do a future episode on it because I've seen it and it's a really great movie.
I was planning on watching it this weekend or something. So.
We might have our next. I'm gonna have next week's segment right there.
I know, new segments. We
come up with over there.
See, on this podcast, we come up with segments as we're doing the podcast. So something to look forward to. It's like a teaser trailer, I'd say.
Coming up next week.
Yeah, but no. And then lately, I like songs, and like I like a lot of like songs that are just kind of like have a nice beat and are chill. Mm-hmm. That you can just kind of sit around and just.
For sure. But I like my intense music, like when I'm working out, listening to
Oh yeah.
Metallica, AC/DC, stuff like that.
Okay, I like in terms of there are different types of rappers. Like an older rapper, like rappers who've fallen off a lot, like recently. I like Macklemore. I don't know if that's a hateable thing or not.
Some people are like, "Oh, he's a white rapper." I think,
But so is Eminem. That's the thing.
Yeah, but Eminem was really more of like the more hardcore. He wasn't a white rapper.
Wasn't he like one of the first?
He was a rapper. Like people like he's not. It's not like a Lil Dicky situation where
Dude, Lil Dicky's an interesting.
He is. He's
very interesting rapper.
Really great rapper, I gotta say. Like his funny stuff, but and then he just seems like a great guy.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, I think Macklemore is good, but I just don't think he's respected or seen as like a rapper in the community itself.
I don't think so. Yeah, because he's pretty much gone now. Like he hasn't done anything really super new. He had a song like a year ago that came out.
Yeah,
it was like an Irish type song, like rap beat. It was kind of cool.
I don't even know the song.
I forgot what it was called, but he dropped that out of nowhere, and then he hasn't been heard from since. What was his album, Gemini? I think.
I don't even know, dude. I haven't followed him since.
What got me into
the one with the snakeskin background and it has his name in gold.
Yeah,
the big one, the one with like the one after Thrift Shop.
Oh yeah, I know that's the one.
Yeah.
But the only thing that got me into him mostly was, when you have have you ever had a great experience with a song, just one really great that made you just love that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was with me and Can't Hold Us. Like. His song way back in the day.
Oh yeah, Can't Hold Us was a good one.
Like the ceiling can't hold us.
For me, I'd probably say recently, "Pursuit of Happiness" by Kid Cudi.
I've noticed you've been playing that a lot. Actually.
I love that song. Yeah. I'm sure everyone around me's like, "Oh, you fucking this song again." I just love it.
No, sorry for doing some like hateable stuff or saying some hateable stuff, but
no, I mean
it's just. It's real.
Yeah, it's who we are.
It's who we are. We're two atypical guys.
Yeah, on an Atypicals podcast.
That could be our slogan.
Hey.
All right.
All right. I think this is a good point into our next segment. What you watching? What you watching? What you watching? So yeah, that's our jingle. What do you think, Kyle?
I think it's pretty cool. I think we did a really good job on it. Let us know what you guys think. Send us a comment on that.
That's me and Kyle on vocals and Kyle on guitar.
Acoustic guitar, yeah. But yeah, so what you watching? This is our segment. What is this about, Nariana?
So this is things we've been watching is because, it's not what are you watching, it's what you're watching. Yeah. So it's just a little play on words, but it's more like, what have you been listening to, reading, watching, obviously.
Something
TV.
Interesting we've seen, done.
Yeah, right. Anything we would recommend. Just a little segment of, of what you have been watching or listening to. So, Kyle, what you watching?
Starting off? Okay. Well, I thought about it for a little bit. Like, what would I talk about? And I thought I'd talk about every morning before, like, I get up early, like really early in the morning to go on a run, right? So as I'm driving, I'm too tired to put my actual music on. And so I just listen to the radio, the local radio stations. And specifically, since you guys know where we are now, I listen to.
So in the Kern County area, if you log on to.
Yeah, if you log on to, if you just turn to.
Yeah, on the radio. If you tune in to, if you log on to.
Yeah, not like a computer. Yeah. But if you tune into Energy 95.3, shout out to them because I love their morning segment. Mm-hmm. Their morning segments are really interesting. They do a lot of stuff with like.
And they always play great music too.
Yeah, Energy 95.3 plays like some good music, and they're probably one of my favorite stations, the ones I listen to. Because I'm a radio person. If that's old school, I'm sorry, but
no, like nowadays I'm much more of I'm much more of like a streaming person,
right,
on the phone. But I still remember like segments and old DJs and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, but I was just gonna say because I'm really fascinated, like, by their morning radio segment where they get people who want a second date update. And so basically a guy or a girl will come on, and if a girl or guy that they go out with doesn't hit them back up, then they will call themselves pretending to be someone else and then try to get them, and then tell them what they're calling for, with the person they're calling, and then try to get them that second date update.
Right. Which you've told me before, and it sounds like a nice, fun segment.
It's just funny to listen to, like some crazy stuff.
That's what you've been watching?
That's what I've been watching.
Nice.
What about you, Miliano? What have you been watching?
What have I been watching? Well, actually, just before you got here, I had finished up watching Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, okay.
With Anthony Hopkins.
Older horror movie, huh?
Older horror movie, getting into, the Halloween spirit. We are recording 15 days away from Halloween.
That's right. Coming up, very spooky.
But no, I had watched that, and honestly, it was more creepy because of Anthony Hopkins' portrayal of Hannibal Lecter, but it was a really good movie to watch. I definitely recommend giving it a watch. And then earlier in the week, what was I watching? That reality show, Storage Wars on it.
Dude, I used to watch that when I was younger.
Dude, for some reason it was on the TV when I woke up a couple days ago. And I got really into it again.
Really?
And it was just like, man, am I really watching reality TV? And I was just like, hey, I wonder if Barry scored on this storage unit, know?
Yeah, I wonder if I remember all their names. It's Barry, Dave. Are Brandy and Jared still on that?
Brandy and Jared. Well, it ended a couple years ago.
Oh, right. That's right. But I remember watching Storage Wars with my family back when it was really popular, know? But
Barry was always my favorite.
Barry was your favorite out of Storage Wars?
I fucking hated Dave.
Oh, yeah, because he always go, yep.
Oh. Sorry for your eardrums there, everyone.
Yeah, no. But, no, I remember Storage Wars. I remember it was really popular back in, 2010.
Yeah, that's what I've been watching. And then, here and there, I've been really wanting to get into the Watchmen movie and comic book.
Right.
I have a poster of it in my room.
Yeah.
So they made a TV show, which is an HBO original, with 8 or 9 episodes, I think, and it's on HBO Max. And it looks really cool. It looks really interesting. It has Jeremy Irons. It has Don Johnson.
Really?
It looks really cool. It's a continuation of that comic book universe.
Right. Super
sure.
cool stuff.
But yeah, so that concludes our segment of What You Watching.
All right, then we'll see you guys next time.
Yes, we'll see you guys next time.
Follow us on the social medias.
Follow us. I think, honestly, Kyle, we should just stick with Instagram because I've been trying to do the whole Twitter thing.
Not working out.
Yeah, so I think for now we're just going to be mainly on Instagram for sure. Follow us on there, updates on there. We upload first on YouTube on Saturday mornings, and then Saturday afternoons we are on iTunes, Apple, iTunes, Spotify. We're still waiting to get our AOK from Amazon and Google. They're taking a long time. I'm going to send them an email this week. But yeah, so we'll be right on there, and then we'll be back next week. All right. Thank you, guys.
Later, guys.